Greetings students. Today we are going to learn about one of French leading manufacturing company Saint-Gobain. Most of us at least once must have heard the name of the company Saint-Gobain. Let us know this company in a much better way. Saint-Gobain SA is a French multinational corporation founded in 1665 in Paris and headquartered on the outskirts of Paris at La Défense and in Courbevoie. Originally a mirror manufacturing, it now also produces a variety of construction and high-performance materials.
Look around you. Look at our world. Today, Saint-Gobain is everywhere. In homes, in public buildings, and in the commercial sector. We're in places you'd least expect, and in all the places you depend on us the most. Our way of seeing the world is one in which we're all connected, and that affects everything we do. Now more than ever, we are anticipating and working to meet the challenges and opportunities of our future human habitat. We're leveraging the strength of our brands in the construction, industrial, and consumer markets to provide integrated systems and solutions. So if there's a need for it tomorrow, our teams are inventing the solution today. With drywall that cleans the air, siding that protects the environment, roofing that reduces energy use, sustainable insulation that's made with renewable and plant-based materials, solar systems that convert the sun's energy into electricity, ceilings that reduce noise pollution, glass containers that take less energy to produce, paintable wall coverings that provide added strength and fire resistance, joint tapes that are mold resistant, fabrics that make stunning structures, glass that resists fire, sapphire substrates that make energy-efficient LEDs glow, road reinforcements that double the life of a road, and glass facades that use light and energy intelligently. In North America, Saint-Gobain is leading the way with our products and, more importantly, with our people. People who are creating and developing advanced materials, not only for the habitat market, but for life. The future is made of Saint-Gobain. The future begins now.
The company was founded in October 1665 as Manufacture Royale des Glaces des Mirrors under the direction of French Minister of Finance Jean-Baptiste Galbert. The company, which had the informal name Compagnie du Noyers from the beneficiary of the monopoly granted to it, the financier Nicolas du Noyer, a reservoir of Texas of Orleans, was created for a period of 20 years and would be financed in part by the state. Since the middle of the 17th century, luxury products such as silk textiles, lace and mirrors were in high demand. In the 1660s, mirrors had become very popular among the upper classes of society. Italian cabinets, ballrooms, chatwords and ornate side tables and pier tables were decorated with this expensive and luxurious product. At this time, however, the French were not known for mirror technology. Instead, Venice was known as the world leader in glass manufacturing, controlling a technical and commercial monopoly of the glass and mirror business. To compete with the Italian mirror industry, Galbert commissioned several expatriate Venetians. Soon the mirrors created in the Faubourg Saint-Antoine under the French company began to rival those of Venice. The French company was capable of producing mirrors that were 40 to 45 inches long, 1.0 to 1.1 m, which at the time was considered impressive. Competition between France and the Venetians became so fierce that Venice considered it a crime for any glass artisans to leave and practice their trade elsewhere, especially in foreign territory. In 1683, the company's financial arrangement with the state was renewed for another 2 decades. However, in 1688, the rival Compagnie Thibault was created, also financed in part by the state. Compagnie Thibault used a new pouring process that allowed it to make plate glass mirrors measuring at least 60 by 40 inches wide, 1 by 5 by 1.0 m, much bigger than the 40 inches which the Compagnie du Noyers could create. When Saint Gobain once again became a private enterprise, control of the company quickly changed hands. Jean-Louis Beffa, an engineer and graduate of the École Polytechnique, became the CEO. Beffa invested heavily in research and development and pushed strongly for the company to produce engineered materials such as abrasives and ceramics. Under Beffa, the company continued to expand internationally, setting up foreign factories and acquiring many of its foreign competitors. In 1996, the company bought Polied, the French building and construction distributions group, and its subsidiaries such as Point P and La Prairie. This expanded Saint-Gobain's product line into construction materials and their distribution. Saint-Gobain is organized into 4 major sectors: percentage by 2011 sales, building distribution 44%, construction products 25%, innovative materials 22%, and packaging 9%. Each sector is further organized into business units, BUs, that serve specific markets within each sector. The next 15 years were a time of change and reorganization for the newly merged companies in the 1970s. Western economies were suffering a sharp downturn. Saint-Gobain's financial performance was adversely affected by the economic and petrol crisis. In 1981 and 1982, 10 of France's top-performing companies were nationalized by the Socialist Fifth Republic of France. By February 1982, Saint-Gobain was officially controlled by the state. However, the company did not last long as a government-owned corporation. It was reprivatized in 1987. Saint-Gobain Building Distribution Building Supplies Division was created in 1996. Since then, it was grown both internally and through acquisition in France with Point P and Le Prairie, the UK with Jewson and Graham in Germany, the Netherlands and Eastern Europe with Rapkarcher, and in the Nordic countries with Dell. The division has 4,000 stores in 24 countries and employs 63,000 people worldwide. Its 2006 sales amounted to 17.6 billion euros. The division's current subsidiaries are SGBD UK, Rapkarcher, Point P, Le Prairie, Broadriend Brothers Delt, Norandex Distribution, Optimera with the Monte DIY chain. Saint-Gobain also has a division that focuses on connecting entrepreneurs, startups, and innovators to the 50-plus business units within Saint-Gobain called Nova External Venturing. The External Venturing Unit has staff in Boston, Paris, Shanghai, and Tokyo interested in connecting with entrepreneurs working in advanced materials, construction products, and environmental sustainability. Saint-Gobain has made a number of recent acquisitions in the past several years. In December 2005, it purchased the British company BPB Place, the world's largest manufacturer of plasterboard, for $6.7 billion USD. In August 2007, the company acquired Maxit Group, doubling the size of its industrial mortars business and adding the manufacture of expanded clay aggregates to its business portfolio. In June 2011, Saint-Gobain Glass India acquired Cecil Glass, a float line business based in the state of Gujarat, India. The acquisition adds about 550 tons per day additional capacity, and the deal was inked at around 150 million USD. The company has also sold off various assets recently. The company sold its cosmetic glass manufacturing business, including a plant in Newton County, Georgia, United States. So students, we got to know about the various aspects of Saint-Gobain. We went through the company's history to its present-day scenario. Hope the information about the company was useful. Have a good day ahead.